Thank you so much for joining us today for Studio 512. All month long, you can experience incredible goods made from local vendors at Blue Genie's May Market. Joining us now is co-founder and sculptor Dana Younger. Dana, good morning.
Good morning.
Lovely to have you back, and remind us about the market because we're used to it being a holiday affair.
Yes, well, we got some holidays in May. It's graduation time and of course Mother's Day.
Right on it.
And you can still do things for dads with us too, even though that falls a little bit later in the calendar.
You'd be doing really well to get a Father's Day
gift.
gift.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, not a bad plan at all. But this is not where you guys originally started. It originally started right around the holidays, and now you guys have kind of created this second market. And is that the reason for doing so?
Yeah, we wanted to open up another time of year, and we started this in 2020 as a means to get people's work out to a little broader audience. And so this is our 6th annual May Market, and we're open weekends in May, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And so you make some good points about people you can be shopping for at this time of the year, but you also brought us some fun stuff, largely kitchen or food themed.
Yes, food adjacent.
Food adjacent, I really like that. Talk me through maybe on this side some of the things that we can see here.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of lovely little art things for your walls. There's some spice, yes, art. This one's broccoli.
I love it.
We have some really delicious chocolate from Kesho Chocolate.
Kesho Chocolate, it's amazing to have such a good chocolatier right here in Austin.
Totally incredible.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I can't even tell what this is. I think it's some sort of like lanyard, but it's got tacos on it.
Totally. You can jazz up your lanyard.
Yeah, very Austin appropriate. And ceramics as well, yes?
Yes, definitely. Beautiful ceramics, all kinds of wonderful things.
And things that come actually from the animals and that we can pick up along the way, including local honey.
That's right.
That's great. Okay. Beautiful spoons carved, cookies along the way. This is a great time of the year for teacher.
That's right.
Kids.
It's Teacher Appreciation Week this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's probably about to be the second to last week of school for a lot of folks.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Okay. And I have seen this confection style before. I've seen this artist. Do you know who this is off the top of your head?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, it's a pop quiz I didn't prepare you for.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. But it will be on display. And like these are little jewelry boxes, guys. It's so cute what they've done inside. And some other really fun things. Burton Springs green tea. And talk to me about this candle.
Yeah, this is Illuminidol, and they take all of our pop culture idols and turn them into idols. And you can get them as candles, and there's a whole selection of really fun ones.
So we've got Guy Fieri showing up here, and I'm telling you, my husband is going to be dying for that candle. I love it. So many different things, but it's not just food themed once you're out there. Talk to me about the range of stuff.
There are all kinds of things for anybody that might be on your list. We have everything from jewelry and handbags to art for your walls and t-shirts and hats and just all kinds of stuff in all different kinds of themes.
And it's a good reminder about art for your walls that this is a great way to support local and more sustainable art that's maybe more affordable than you'll run into if you go to a different gallery, that kind of thing.
That's right. We really cherish affordability at our show, and so you can find things that aren't going to break the bank but will make your space more beautiful.
Lovely. Okay, the beneficiary of the event this year.
Yes, we are very proud to support Austin Creative Alliance with this event. You can round up at the register, you can make a direct donation in our donation box, and it goes to support this really cool organization that is an umbrella for a lot of other individual artists and organizations in town.
That was my next question. What exactly is it that Austin Creative Alliance does?
They provide all kinds of services for artists and arts organizations, including rentable space and guidance, counseling, and 501c3 umbrella, all kinds of things.
Oh, that's really wonderful because it's something to be like you and to have an art brain, but you have to interpret it in the business world, and that can be really difficult to do.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. Anything special going on for Mother's Day? It's going to be here before we know it.
It is coming right up. Yeah, we have a really cool thing happening on Mother's Day with the gardener's wife. We'll be on site doing build your own dried flower bouquets.
Oh, nice. So it's something that mom can not only put together or you on her behalf, but something that she can keep then for a very long time.
That's right.
That's really lovely. So for anyone who has never attended a Blue Genie Bazaar before, what would you say about preparing appropriately? Do they take only cash once we show up? That sort of thing.
We have a central cashier's station. You can pay with cash or cards. And we're open 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day. It is a very relaxed shopping environment. The artists are not there, so you can just look at things at your leisure. We do have a bar, and it's just really fun and free to get in. So it's, hard to lose.
Hard to lose out on that one. And I would say that I think it's so nice sometimes when the artisan is there because you get to understand their process, but it is a slightly more stressful shopping experience.
Exactly.
Yep. You guys have cracked the code on that. All right, and anything that we need to know about the upcoming holiday bazaar?
Oh gosh, this will be our 26th annual Christmas show this November, December.
Okay, sounds good to me. We appreciate it. Happy Father's Day, happy Mother's Day, happy Teacher Appreciation Week. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Dana. All right, for more information on the month-long market, visit BlueGenieArtBazaar.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by A Good Morning Tree Service. We're with A Good Morning Tree Service today, learning more about the business and what they have to offer with arborists Jonathan, Philip, Tracy, and Chaz. Tracy, first question for you. When is the best time to plant a tree?
20 years ago or yesterday.
All right. Jonathan, if you wouldn't mind elaborating on that for me.
Yes. So first off, you want to start for shopping for a tree. The best time to shop for a tree is going to be summer and spring. You typically don't want to shop late fall or early winter because you kind of miss out on some of the characteristics and some of the qualities that the trees can bring in the brighter seasons.
Do you want to say anything to that, Philip?
Yeah, well, after we plant the tree, about 6 months later, we would like to come out and check on the quality of the tree just to make sure the health is doing good. Don't use a ladder or anything that's 15 feet high. Call a professional. Okay,
Tracy, we're coming to you. How often do mature trees need to have a little look-see?
Between every 3 and 5 years, we need to come take a look at it. Each tree is different. It all depends on if it's over a roof, canopy is really wide, if it's over neighbors. It really just all depends on the tree. And so we'll come out at least every 5 years.
How do we know if a job is just too big for us, handling things at home with maybe our little handsaw or something like that? And when do we know if we need a professional? Jonathan?
The biggest thing is if you feel like the limb is way too big for you, that'd be a perfect time for you to call somebody else to come out and take a look and kind of help you with those, because last thing you want to do is be out there in your own tree and fall or get hurt.
If you're questioning it, call. We give free estimates.
Chaz, if you wouldn't mind, talk to us about oak wilt. When do you prune for it?
Oak wilt, I describe it as like a clogged artery. It really gets onto the vessels of the tree that are mainly for water uptake. I'd say let's avoid to prune around or in between March to June.
When do we know it's time to trim our trees?
I really say trees act in slow motion, so they start to show their signs, let's say in heavy branches, branches that are dead. When the leaves start to turn brown, that might be indicating something needs to come off. Might be good to stop it right there.
Even bad trees provide value, but the more trees you have, the more valuable it is. If it's a fruit tree, if it's a oak tree, a hardwood tree, they all provide value. They're all giving you oxygen back. They're just the coolest.
Y'all, thank you.
You're welcome. We like to keep Austin shady.
They offer 24/7 emergency tree service and free estimates. Call now at 737-200-7272. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by A Good Morning Tree Service. Dr. Jess Trankina of Generator Athlete Lab and Experts in Wellness loves to read the newest studies on how our bodies work. She's here today with some important information for our mental health on why people pleasing is burning you out, and I've never identified with anything more. Dr. Jess, good morning.
Good morning.
What is it? What exactly does people pleasing mean?
It's not a personality trait, is what I want to tell everybody. It's an adaptation. It's a stress response, not unlike fight or flight or freeze. It's a stress response to something that has happened in your environment.
And oftentimes when you were younger, right? So this is the fawn version.
That's right.
What happens physiologically? What's going on upstairs when we choose to fawn?
Yeah, so Pete Walker coined the term fawn response to add to the other responses. And it's, I am going to be liked and keep the peace in this situation. So early on, it could be maybe an unpredictable environment in your house, or a household where the expectations were really high of you, or potentially a volatile environment. So what you did is, instead of fight, flight, or freeze, you fawned. You were the good one. You made sure everyone was happy. You carried everyone's emotions on yourself to make sure everyone, the peace was kept.
Mm-hmm. And you and I were talking off camera, it's possible that perfectionism and people pleasing tie in very closely together. Mm-hmm. And again, it's personality, or it's not necessarily personality, right? It's something that you might have learned along the way.
That's right.
Yeah.
So people think, I was born this way, when really, and we could chat about the drivers, a lot of it's conditioning.
Give me the drivers.
You were conditioned. This is a conditioned response to protecting your nervous system, keeping yourself safe. And the second thing, and this is often regular with a lot of people, who likes conflict, who likes to be not accepted and rejected. So people have fear of rejection and fear of conflict, and that's another driver. And then the third driver is, you're that person in a professional environment that's crushing, and everyone gives you all the more jobs, and you want to deliver and people please in your profession.
And there can be some personal effects as well as professional. So let's talk about what happens personally.
Well, think about it. You start resenting. You've said yes when you really meant no, and now you resent your friend. You don't want to hang out with your friends. You want to disconnect with them, because guess what? You know you're going to carry their emotion and say yes. So it can really cause some rift in your personal life.
Not only that, but you feel drained because you've said yes to so many darn things.
You're overwhelmed, you're exhausted, you're fatigued. And in a professional setting, imagine you're the only person not saying no. You're overcommitting, under-recovering, you're completely exhausted, and at some point, that lack of boundary setting is going to catch up with you.
I have seen this in a professional setting where they'll just go around the room until someone says yes. And if you're a people pleaser, you'll be the one who says yes because you think you're doing the right thing, when really no would have been just fine, and they would have kept going around the room.
Absolutely, but we don't know that, right? If we've been conditioned, and we're automatically moving into that response.
So let's talk about what happens professionally.
Professionally, we overcommit. We're not recovering. That turns into not just being overwhelmed, fatigue, burnout. You no longer like your job. When you really think you would normally like your job, you don't like it because you're exhausted. You can't sleep. You have so much anxiety, and you feel like you're just in this vicious loop that you can't say no, and you don't really even know what's happening. You're in a chronic stress state that you don't even know you're in.
Well, you call yourself a recovering people pleaser. So let's talk about ways to retrain your brain. The first one is pause.
I practice these every day. I want everyone to know. I practice these every day. Pause before you respond. Even at work. Pause. I'll get back to you.
Even if you want to say yes, pause.
Pause.
Okay.
Pause. And number two ties into number one. Number two is, you don't want to respond when you're stressed anyway. You want to be in a parasympathetic state, not a sympathetic state. So you want to breathe. So the reason you want to do one is because you want to go somewhere to go breathe. take some air in. 478, box breathe, do your physiological sigh. Do something to get out of that stress response because you don't want to respond stressed.
Small boundaries, that's supposed to help. Do we start small?
Low stakes.
Okay.
Right? Maybe it's like, no, I can't carpool today, or no, it's maybe not the ones at work. Start with slow stake no's just so you start getting used to saying no and not feeling guilty.
Start to build up that muscle, so to speak. Yeah, if we're going to use Dr. Jess's terms.
Yes, I love that.
Okay. And finally, reframe.
That's my favorite one. You want to know why? Because we're not being difficult. We're setting clear boundaries for ourselves. So that's the one that is my favorite that I'm working through too, like reframing it in my mind that it is not us being difficult.
Because you've got a quote that you want to share that helps you with that reframing.
This book was given to me early on, The Art of Saying No by Damon Zaharides. In this quote, I have to remind myself of every day. I love it. Make sure that your self-care is a higher priority than giving care.
It sounds so good, but hard to implement in real life.
Yes.
The one I talked about as a quote that I like to reflect on is no is a complete sentence, even though in my life it's not. I give a lot of excuses, a lot of reasoning why. But any other bits of wisdom that you've heard, kind of about the people pleasing or the perfectionism that you want to share?
One that my husband shared that I love, JOMO, the joy of missing out. Let's just be joyous for missing out.
I like the sound of that. And of course, I always appreciate anything that you bring to us. Any last minute thoughts that you just want to share on people pleasing?
I say release the guilt, take air in. Don't feel guilty for taking care of self. If you don't have your oxygen mask on, how are you to take care of others?
They are telling you to put your oxygen mask on first for a reason. Okay, Dr. Jess, we always appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. Get expert guided, customized protocols by going to expertsinwellness.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Antonelli's Cheese. Okay, you know your mom loves wine and cheese, but what about adding caviar to the mix? That's what's on offer for Mother's Day tastings from Antonelli's Cheese. We're with one half of the power couple that runs the company today. It's Kendall Antonelli. Kendall, hello.
Hi,
and remind us what a cheese tasting is.
Yeah, I mean, it's much like this plate of goodies in front of you. We have come to be known here. We've been in Austin 16 years. A lot of people know us for the cheese shop, but we have a tasting room on South Lamar and in Hyde Park. And really, we're seeing more folks than ever in our signature tasting experiences. So it's a 2-hour event where we guide you sort of through an omakase of cheese. But what does that mean? 7 different cheeses, 7 different food pairing bites, from jams to honeys to pickles to meats. Life is short and should be enjoyed, and food should be enjoyed. And so, yeah, we want caviar to be accessible and approachable.
And saving some money that you would otherwise be spending if you were buying 5 different tins of caviar.
And I think the
all
truth
separately.
is few of us are really going to go out and buy 5 tins of caviar unless it's like a New Year's party and we're intentionally doing that.
Okay, Caviar 101, walk me through some of this.
Yeah, okay, so first of all, the thing to know about our caviar, cheese, and champagne class is we've kind of leveled it up. You get 5 cheeses, 5 food pairings, but you're getting 5 caviars. I'm like 5 by 5 by 5. And then a flight of 3 sparkling wines.
Lovely.
So let's break it down. What is caviar? Some people may not know. Fish eggs. In its most simple form, caviar, pinkies up, is fish eggs. But specifically, caviar refers to the roe of freshwater sturgeon, so a specific type of fish. You're also looking visually, we can see on our plate, some are really small, some are really big, medium-sized. So
different colors as well.
Yes, that makes a difference. And the main thing with caviar, if we taste it, is we're not just gonna throw it back, because then you're not getting any of the experience. So what is the actual pinkies up way that we would do this tasting? It's called a caviar bump. And you put it here on your arm, your hand, in between your thumb and your forefinger. This is lightly warming it up while still keeping it cool. So let's go for it.
Okay,
Hard
let's
on
cheer.
camera. So in the class, we're gonna eat these 5 different ones. This one was actually a Siberian Supreme caviar. It's our quintessential one that we started with from the very beginning. It's sourced out of Poland.
How can people check out the tasting? When is it available?
Yeah, all of our tastings are available online, so under a calendar of events. We're doing these for Mother's Day. We've got a lot of other great tasting events on Mother's Day too. We're layering this experience. People are wanting more of it, so we're doing it a couple times a month, and you can go check it out online, buy tickets to a public tasting class, or we'll do it as a private event too.
Well, and speaking of, cheers to you, my friend. Thank you
chose
so
the
much.
champagne. Good job.
All right.
Cheers.
Get more information and tickets online now at Antonelli'sCheese.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Antonelli's Cheese. Welcome back, everybody. Salt Lick Cellars is taking full advantage of spring weather with some upcoming experiences. Joining us now is Vineyard Manager and Wine Brand Director, Garrett Strickler. And Garrett, I had never known about your wine side before this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I think Salt Lick, I start thinking barbecue, but you say you guys have actually been around for about 20 years. Is that right?
That's right. We planted the first vines right out front of the restaurant in 2006. So 20 years of growing grapes in Driftwood, Texas.
That is pretty impressive. Let's talk about Salt Lick and bring all these pieces together. If someone hasn't been to Salt Lick before, you have a couple locations now. What are they in for?
You're in for legendary Central Texas barbecue. We started back in 1967.
Wow.
We still use old family recipes, and we are kind of out in the country, but still, a very short trip from town. And we also think that Texas wine is the perfect pairing for our Texas barbecue. So we've got a great lineup of 100% Texas grapes and Texas wines that you can have with your barbecue.
That sounds really tasty to me. I know you've got two locations, right? You've got way up north in Round Rock near the Dale Diamond, and then you've got that location down. Is it Driftwood?
It's Driftwood, that's right.
It's Driftwood, okay. And I know that caught your attention coming from Texas State. It wasn't too far.
Yeah.
And actually 55 acres is one of the bigger vineyards in the Hill Country.
That's right.
I think this is going to blow people's minds, Garrett, because
Come out and see us,
I
yeah.
had no idea. But the big difference here is that you guys are not the ones who bottle your own wine. You do all the growing. So
We're
talk
farmers.
to me. You're
Yes.
farmers. Talk to me about the agriculture side of things.
Well, the Roberts family property where the original Salt Lick still sits, the original pit that was built in 1967, that is old family farmland, and they've grown basically everything you could imagine that you might grow out there. And back in 2006 decided to plant some wine grapes, and we were off to the races. We've been adding on every year. We actually just planted some more new vines last week.
Lovely. And you've been there over a decade, so you've got the lay of the land, to use a term.
Yes.
Now, you've got something cool coming up on May 7th. It's Lewis Wine's 2025 Sangiovese Nouveau, and this is one of the winemakers that takes your grapes and works with them. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah, they're based in Johnson City. Doug Lewis, fantastically talented winemaker. He has taken some Sangiovese grapes from our original site that we first planted and made this wine in a Nouveau style. So that's going to mean it's very light, fresh, and fruity, but it still has plenty of that earthy Sangiovese character that we love, kind of that rough around the edges, but also very delicate.
I was going to say Sangiovese is one of my favorite grapes, so cheers to
Cheers.
you. Let's have a little taste. Ooh, that's good.
What do we think?
I love it. And it, to me, tastes a touch on the acidic side in a good way.
Definitely.
I could see that being really good with barbecue.
Absolutely. And you can kind of tell from the color here, this is almost see-through. It's very light, very refreshing, and actually tastes great with just a slight little chill on it. Normally you don't think about that with a dry red wine, but this is the perfect springtime outdoor red wine.
Wonderful. Well, you've got some food here on display. Again, one of those days where I say I wish everybody could smell what's going on here in the studio. Gorgeous sandwiches here. Talk to me about these and how they pair together.
Yeah, so we were thinking, how could we celebrate the release of this new wine? We were thinking about the flavor profile that it has. We also were known for smoked meats, so we decided to do some salumi, some smoked charcuterie style meats, and thought that might make a fantastic Italian style sandwich to go with this Italian grape. So
Lovely.
Here's two of the different sandwiches that we thought about sharing with folks, and the bread here is actually baked in our bakery, at Roxy's, which is our new Southern comfort style restaurant in Buda.
Wow.
So yeah, we're kind of working with the land and all the different components of the family business here. So
yeah.
First here on this side, we've got a crispy pork belly with a wild garlic aioli sauce.
Yum.
And that wild garlic is actually sourced also from the land in Driftwood. It's the native garlic that grows right there on Onion Creek.
It's making me laugh because you guys are so good at keeping it just within your little ethosphere,
We're really
which is
proud
really
of it,
cool.
yes.
Yeah. And then on the other side, is this the salumi?
It is.
Okay.
Yes, so this is going to be a Mexican salchicha with some peppers and a red pepper vinaigrette.
Ooh, it all sounds delicious. Okay, you guys have a new range of wines that are coming out with some of your partners. Talk to me real quickly about that.
We're going to have some sparkling rosés. We're going to have some full-bodied red blends and a little bit of everything in between.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of everything in between, Mother's Day is coming up. You've got a Mother's Day market.
Yeah, so on our big patio outside of our tasting room underneath our big, beautiful live oak trees, we're going to have some local vendors with some vintage clothes, some jewelry. We're going to have some baby goats if you'd like to. Maybe,
even if mom just wants to see the baby goats.
Exactly.
That's
and
so cute.
we'll have some mimosas. It'd be a great time to stroll around and have a glass of wine.
And that's coming up this weekend, right? Because Mother's Day is this weekend.
Saturday and Sunday, yes.
Saturday and Sunday. So if you don't have plans for mom already, baby goats are officially on the docket. That sounds like a ton of fun for me. I love everything that you've presented here, and you've clicked a lot of little boxes that I was like, question mark, question mark, question mark. It is so cool what you guys do through Salt Lick.
Well,
thank you so much, Garrett. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. All right, for more details on all of their upcoming events, go to saltlicksellers.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Elysian Head Spa. Elysian Head Spa has a brand new space and treatments available for Mother's Day. Katie Wills and Laura Kirby, co-founders of the space, are here to tell us more today. And Katie, we're going to start with you. For anyone who hasn't heard of a head spa before, tell us a little bit about it and why it's so popular right now.
So what it is best described as a facial for your scalp. We really want it to be very relaxing, but also pretty therapeutic. So a lot of people come in and they have questions or they just have scalp concerns. So we want to address not only the relaxation, but also help them have healthier scalps and better hair.
Natural hair like this, absolutely gorgeous. If this is a testament, I'm impressed. And Laura, if we can, let's brag on Katie for a second, because there are head spas in some places around the country, but not necessarily always run by a medical professional.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we love and we're really proud of Katie's background. She's a nurse practitioner and certified trichologist. So a lot of other head spas, while maybe really relaxing, what we're proud of is it's really rooted in science, clinical data, and facts. So everything that we do is really, really intentional.
Let's talk about why this is such a great gift for Mother's Day.
Yeah, so we're offering $300 worth of services for $200. It's very relaxing, gives mothers, moms an hour to themselves or more if they choose to, and it's a great opportunity just to relax. So we've seen a lot of pairings come in, mother-daughter.
Super relaxing atmosphere. And Katie, we talked a little bit about hair restoration at the top, but can you tell us about Folix and what it's for?
I have an FDA cleared laser called the Folix, and what it does is it actually helps the follicle health, giving you better, thicker, fuller hair, which, a lot of people like that. It's indicated for people with mild to moderate hair loss, and it works really well. We've had great results. We live in very stressful times. Our lives are stressful. So what I do is I offer a consultation, and sometimes even in the consultation, we can uncover some things that are going on and contributing that they hadn't really thought before, or maybe their provider or dermatologist hadn't even thought to ask. So sometimes it's not just a one-size-fits-all that's the laser that's the solution. Sometimes it's more comprehensive or holistic, so we offer that as well.
And this is the benefit of having a medical professional in the mix. Okay, Laura, if someone is watching today and thinking this sounds absolutely amazing, how can they book and take advantage of your Mother's Day special?
Absolutely, we can go online. We have descriptions of services. You can look on our Instagram, on our TikTok, or just call us. But you can find us about all those different places. But if you have some questions and really want to understand what you're gifting, it's easiest to call.
Really cool concept,
Thank
too.
you.
I'm so excited. I'd never heard of it before
Thank you.
today. We appreciate your time. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much.
Appointments and Mother's Day gift cards are available now at ElysianHeadSpa.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Elysian Head Spa.
Hey guys, we are here at the Domain standing in front of the newly opened Mexican Sugar. Rosie and I are gonna check out the food, the margaritas. We cannot wait.
It's supposed to be traditional flavors, but with a modern twist. And I will say we're here during the lunch rush and people are coming out in droves.
It is packed in there, and you guys, the space is absolutely beautiful. So let's go check it out.
Sounds good to me. Mexican Sugar is a newly opened Cocina y Cantina restaurant and bar in the Domain, serving up the heart of Latin flavors with fresh, scratch-made dishes and handcrafted cocktails. Chef Yuval Ochoa is here today to tell us more about what's on the menu. And first of all, Chef, thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for being here.
It is awesome out here, and I will say it's popular. We're here right around lunchtime, and people are in and out of this restaurant. I'd love to hear a little bit about Mexican Sugar, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, Mexican Sugar, we focus on having like super fresh ingredients, super organic produce, and we do everything from scratch.
You've brought some dishes to show me today, but we're gonna start over with the freshest of the fresh. We're gonna start with the ceviche.
All right, so our ceviche is made with striped bass, and it's super fresh. We get the fish every day, super fresh. We cut it, marinate it. We serve it with avocado, pickled onions, and tomatoes, and a little bit of juice. Here we have our pork chop. We brine it 24 hours, and then we cook it super slow, and we finish it on the grill with mesquite char.
Oh, okay. And the rice that we are seeing on that plate is actually chimichurri rice. Is that right?
It is. We do a twist on the rice. It's more like a South American, Argentinian type of.
Ooh, delicious.
Super good.
And I
Yes.
wish everybody at home could smell how incredible these fajitas are. Fajitas we're doing extra special because they're ribeye fajitas.
We have our ribeye fajitas served on the seasonal vegetables, and we serve it with butter. This is lime butter that you serve it in the table. You do it like that.
Oh, it looks good.
Yes.
Mole, I think, is something that has some traditional elements to it. I think people are always surprised to find out chocolate's in the mix.
Yes, of course. This is our mole is very special because it's not that strong. It has all the traditional elements of mole, the chiles, the chocolate, but it's not that heavy. It's super light and it's super good. It's one of my favorite dishes here.
Mole enchilada sounds really good. And then I loved to see this dessert come out because I'm a sugar fiend.
Yes,
Talk to me about your donuts.
Those are our churro donuts, and we serve it with cajeta and our ancho maple syrup. Dulce de leche, which is the candy we make with milk and sugar, and you burn it until it's
Oh,
super good.
You didn't need to talk me into it, but now you've talked me into it even more.
This is a perfect representation of what we do. Bold flavors, but super fresh. And our tortillas are very special, are handmade. We make them to order.
Everything made in-house. You just can't do it any better than that. Chef Ochoa, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for being here. Welcome.
Now, how about something delicious to wash it down with? Our Blake Haynes is standing by at the bar to check out some signature flights and cocktails. Let's go party. Vamos de fiesta.
Yeah, that's right, Rosie. I have made it inside to the bar. I'm hanging out with General Manager Luke Wise. Luke, how are you?
I'm doing great, Blake. Thanks for being here.
I'm so excited to learn more about your beverage program and the drinks you guys offer because I was just learning some of the history. So why don't you kind of tell me how you guys came up with this menu?
Yeah, so everything on our menu starts with the margarita.
Yeah.
Classic Daisy cocktail. And then we just kind of explore that to the nth degree. So the first one here that I wanted to show you today is La Catrina.
Yeah.
This is a mezcal margarita. So we've replaced the tequila with mezcal. And then we've kind of bolstered sort of the racy acidity with some sweeter tropical fruits. So there's pineapple, passion fruit, and that really balances the smoky characteristic. And that's probably our #1 staff favorite. Just give it a shot, you know? I'll take it back if you hate it. Yeah. But exploring new things, I think, is one of the most exciting things about coming to Mexican Sugar.
Explain this contraption to me, because this is quite a concept.
Yes, this is the power lunch standby. This is our compadres. So this is a Don Julio margarita, classic margarita, and then we do a sidecar of Don Julio 1942. And you can choose your own adventure. If you want to shoot that and hit the margarita, dump it in your margarita, however you want to do it.
Everyone loves a frozen drink. I don't care what time of year it is or what time of day it is. So tell me about this amazing frozen flight you've got over here.
Yes, Blake. Summer's almost here. I am probably going to regret putting this on TV, but this is our frozen margarita flight. I describe it as like a love story. It starts with our hibiscus here, which is our sweetest margarita.
Yeah.
We do a version on the rocks as well.
Okay.
This is kind of like the first date, and then when things get a little more serious, we have the Classico. It's a bit racier, a bit brighter, zinging. And then we seal the deal with the spicy watermelon margarita.
Love it.
This is our machete, which is also one of our most popular. This is 100% the gateway to Mexican sugar.
Can you speak to the kind of the freshness of what's going on behind the scenes here with your drinks? Because you were telling me about your syrups and your juices and really how that means a lot to you all.
Yes, 100%. So we build everything fresh in-house. We're doing our own juices, batches, syrups, tinctures, you name it. Every day, 7 days a week, I've got a guy in the back. That's his only job. And I think people are always shocked at the scale that we operate on, that we still are that committed to quality and freshness.
But if there's one thing that I know about Austin, it's that people love their happy hour. And we're actually in happy hour right now, so tell me a little bit about it.
Yes, we are. So we're in happy hour right now. We do happy hour Monday through Friday from 2 to 6. So 20 hours a week of happiness. We do $7 margaritas, $2 off food. It's an incredible value. And this is for Austin. This is for people visiting Austin. This is for our neighbors. It very much is a love letter to Austin. We've got an incredible team here that is passionate about the food, but most importantly, passionate about the people that come through that door.
Yeah. Live your best life out here at the Domain. Luke, thank you so much for having me.
Pleasure.
Cheers. That is good. You can check out Mexican Sugar now over at the Domain and follow us on social media at Studio 512 TV for more food and more fun.
We have a lot of fun here on Studio 512. If you missed any of our great segments, be sure to check out our website where we like to post the fun things we do. Our feed covers content like arts and entertainment, food and drink, fashion and beauty, home and garden, stuff for kids and pets, as well as information from area experts. In addition, you can check out web-exclusive content that you can only find on Studio512TV.com. We also love to post behind-the-scenes funny moments, outfit inspirations, and more on social media. Find us by searching for Studio 512 on your favorite platform. You don't want to miss a single post. Be sure to follow us, check out our website, and watch us every weekday at 11 a.m. right here on CW Austin. Content segments during Studio 512 were paid for by A Good Morning Tree Service, Antonelli's Cheese, and Elysian Head Spa.